Hello, friends! I have got so many good products to share with you. Whew, it's been a good year for buying stuff. What can I say? Hi, hello, if you're new here, I'm Maile, and I've done this video every year since I've had this channel. It's one of my favorite videos of the year to do because I get to talk about all the stuff that I bought this year and just absolutely fallen in love with and can't recommend highly enough. So let's jump into my top products of 2022. And by the way, welcome to my living room floor. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Because I'm just gonna apologize to your wallets now. You're gonna wanna buy some of this crap or all of it. Sorry, not sorry. So first things first, I think I'm just gonna do this randomly because it's all a bunch of random crap. So first things first is this Apple Watch band. So this was actually recommended to me by Jessica Braun, you know, personally, because I know her. No, I don't know her. She's a YouTuber I love and watch. She's one of my top faves. I buy a lot of stuff that she recommends, like a lot. But this Apple Watch band is just so freaking good. It is this like tortoiseshell, kind of pinky almost. It goes perfectly with my rose gold Apple Watch. I just love it. It elevates it. It makes it look more like a fancy watch, and it's really comfortable actually. It snaps together and it just rests very nicely on your arm. It doesn't like, you know how sometimes watches like these can like pull your arm hair and like kind of hurt? It doesn't do that at all. It's very comfortable to wear and you can totally adjust it. It adjusts in a really cool way too. You like, there's little tiny little rods in there that you like poke out and like take links out. So it's like a real linked watch band. I love it. I wear my watch pretty much every day, and this is my favorite watch band I've ever tried. You can get it on Amazon. It's really cheap. I think it's like maybe 15 bucks, 15 or 20, but doesn't it just look so much fancier than that price tag? Oh, I love it. Oh, and by the way, everything I'm mentioning, I will link down below. So it's linked down below, and trust me, it's super cute. And I think it comes in more tortoiseshell patterns as well. There's lots of options, and I love this puppy a lot. Okay, next, this is probably my top favorite product of 2022. I actually got it for Christmas in 2021 from Eric, and it is, I told you this was random, you guys. It's the Renpho headache massager. I cannot overstress how much I use this. Every time I have a headache, which if you've been here, then you've definitely heard me complain about all of my sinus and allergy issues. I get headaches pretty much every day. I take medicine for it, don't worry, but I use this thing so stinking much. It makes my headaches feel better. It's extremely relaxing. It's a 15-minute massager, and it freaking works. You strap it to your eyes, and it has a heat setting, it has a vibration, it has like pressure pointing. So if you set it to all three at the same time, it'll be a beautiful, nice heat all over your eyes and your, what's this called, forehead. But then it also like vibrates so that it just kind of shakes up all your sinuses, and then it pressure points. So it will like boom, boom, boom into your pressure points here by your eyes. Oh my God. It's a revolutionary product, okay? If you have headaches, run, don't walk, buy this thing. I think it's $50 or $60, so it is a little more expensive. It is worth it. It recharges just through a USB, and oh my God, I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. I forgot I had chapstick on. I just made a kiss mark on that. Can't recommend this highly enough. Probably my favorite product of anything I used in 2022. Next up is a makeup product. It is the L'Oreal Paris, what is this even called? I think it's called something like Pro Matte something. Honestly, I don't know. I'll link it down below, but it is a matte lipstick. I have it in this red, and I have it in like a mauvey, purpley pink. And this is the best matte liquid lipstick I've ever used. It has this really weird doe foot applicator, and it's kind of like tricky to learn how to put it on because it's not normal. It's very bendy and whatnot, but once you do figure out how to use it, this stuff stays. It feels so creamy and dreamy. It doesn't dry out your lips at all like matte lipstick tends to do. It stays in freaking place, and it is so good. It actually like smells really good too. I kind of like to taste it once I have it on. Anybody else do that with your lipstick that smells really good? But this is really awesome. I can't recommend it enough. And I think it's like $8 at the drugstore. So very inexpensive. They have lots of colors. I need to get more because I really do love it. I just don't wear lipstick all that much. In fact, I discovered this from doing White Christmas, the show that I was in, because this is the lipstick I wore for that show, which I sweated more in that show than I've sweated ever in my life combined every night. So this stuff really stays on. It withstood the test of time, and I could not recommend it highly enough. Okay, next let's just do another makeup. I feel like such a makeup girly. This is the Delium Tools concealer and foundation brush. You guys, I don't wear foundation, I barely wear concealer, but again, I bought this for White Christmas because I actually wore foundation and concealer and cream blush and stuff like that, so I needed a brush that was actually like, you know, this really stipple-y, dense brush. It blends like no other brush I've ever used. It is so incredibly good. I have a lot of these Delium Tools brushes and they are all fantastic. This is my favorite one. It's like a joy to use. And you know how foundation and concealer can be like, oh, the worst part of your makeup routine, which would be why I just simply don't wear them most of the time. This cuts the blend time in like a fourth for me. I put concealer on and I just kind of do this and it's on perfectly. It blends it incredibly. I love this so much. Very highly recommended, and really all the Delium Tools makeup brushes are amazing. You can get them on deliumtools.com, but you can also find them a lot on Amazon. So that's where I got this one, and I think that's actually where I got most of mine. I love these brushes. Next up, none of you will be surprised, I'm sure, but I'm going to talk about not the 40 ounce Stanley. I talked about that, I think, in last year's video, and it has gone viral beyond viral this year. I will say I'm an OG Stanley girl, like all the Mormon Utah vloggers who've had them for years, because that's who I heard about Stanley from before it was popular and like mainstream. So I have so many 40 ounce Stanleys and I've had them for a while, and I've talked about them many times in videos, and I'm sure you see them in the background of lots of videos because I'm constantly using them. But the one I'm going to talk about today is the new 30 ounce Stanleys. So if you've tried the 40 ounce and it's too heavy, which is the main complaint that I hear about Stanleys, then the 30 ounce is perfect for you. They used to not have a handle version of the 30 ounce, but this year they came out with a handle version of it. I already have two. I have one 30 ounce with no handle, and I definitely prefer the ones with handles to the ones without. This is so much lighter than the 40 ounce. It pretty much holds the exact same amount. Like, you can get basically as much as you're drinking in the 40 almost in the 30. So the 10 ounce difference is not that big of a deal at all. If you want it to take up less space and feel lighter carrying it around, this is the way to go. It's basically exactly the same. It has all the other perks of the Stanley, which is the most fabulous cup on the planet and worth the hype and the price tag, if you ask me. And if you've asked me for the past 3 years, because that's how long I've had them, before they were hyped, okay? OG, that's a brag right there. Okay, Maile, calm down. I love the 30 ounce. They are awesome. Okay, next up is, this is kind of a random one too, but it's these Gap lounge pants, and I am an OG Gap girl. This is like the most horrible way to show you these, but they are kind of wide leg, really not even wide leg, they're just straight at the bottom, and they have this really cute, what's that called? You know, where it's like raw hem. They have this raw hem at the bottom. But they're sweatpant-esque, but they're not sweatpants because they're made of terry cloth. I get sweaty in sweatpants because sweatpants tend to be lined with like fleece, and that's just too hot for me just for around the house, but I like to have long pants on, and mostly I wear joggers out and about, but these are the most comfortable pants. I have them in black, tan, dreamsicle orange, and green because I love them that much. And I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if you can still get them on Gap because they were on sale when I bought them. I'll look and see and link them below if you can. I'm so sorry if you can't, because these are totally worth buying if you like a lounge pant. And honestly, I wear these like to the airport and out and about when I'm getting groceries and stuff. So it's not like, you know, a thin jogger that's really pajama-y. Look who's coming to interrupt me.
What up, party people?
Anyway, these are the kind of lounge pant you can totally wear outside and get away with like a cute sweatshirt and some tennis shoes. I love these so stinking much. They're my favorite pants. They're what I reach for first in my closet because, you know, I work from home and I don't put real pants on, so. Okay, next up is Another very random one, but something I've used for years and years and years, and I can't believe I haven't talked about this on a video before. Bye, Scrimp.
Bye.
It is an agenda. It's a weekly agenda, and I get it from Etsy, and it comes in either navy like this one or a pretty like rose gold. I've had it in both. This is my third or fourth version of this because this is what I use as my work to-do list. So what I love about it is, let me show you a blank page so you don't see any like confidential information. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It's got each day of the week. You can totally fill in the dates at the top. So it's not like you have to stick to dates in order. If you skip a week or whatever, you write them yourself. So it's really flexible that way. And it's just a blank to-do list with notes at the bottom of each one. This is revolutionary. The thing I love best about it is that it is cardboard, and so it props up. So I sit it on my desk like this. That's how it sits on my desk so that I can always visually see my weekly to-do list. So this would work if you're a mom at home taking care of your household. If you're working, like, you don't have to just use it for work. You can use it for life and every day. And I am obsessed with it. It stands so beautifully. I always see my to-do list there in the corner. It's easy to check stuff off. It's easy to write notes about something if it needs more detail than what's on the to-do list. This is my fourth one. I filled up almost 4 at this point. I'm gonna need to buy a 5th. But I have loved these for years. That's what I use in work, and that's pretty much all I need. That and a little notebook to keep other notes, like for meetings and stuff. But it has made my work life awesome and very organized. And I'm such a visual person that I have to see my list right in front of me or I get overwhelmed. And this is just the perfect, cutest way to display it. All right, next. Period panties. Probably just second to my headache machine. These are revolutionary. They have changed the way I do my period. I don't wear pads, I don't wear tampons, I don't do a cup, I don't do anything except these period panties. That's how absorbent and wonderful and amazing they are. They feel thick, so you have to get used to the feeling of them, but I would say it's nowhere near the discomfort that a pad would bring. It just almost feels, I don't want to call it diaper-esque because that's scary and that's not true. It's not nearly as padded as a diaper, but it is just a little bit padded. It has to be absorbent enough. There are different versions you can get, like different absorbency levels. I have the most absorbent kind, and I get mine from Thinx, I think it's called, thinx.com. Like I said, everything linked below. They never have leaked, and I bleed pretty heavy on my first and second days, and I've never had a problem in these. They hold in the smell too. I don't know what kind of science it is, but you would think just like free flowing that there would be a concern about smell. There's not, like there's no, and trust me, you can ask my husband, I am crazy about smells. I have a very, 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 very sensitive nose. So if they did smell, I would know it. It's not a case of me just being oblivious. I would know, trust me. I'm vastly aware of smells around me at all times. It holds, I think, up to like 8 hours, and that is really truly the case. It's never leaked. It works fantastic for me. These have revolutionized my period. I used to dread my period, dread it because it was just so uncomfortable to wear pads and tampons. And now I just wear these, and it's like every time I get my period, I'm like, oh, but then I'm like, oh, I don't need to worry that much because I've got my period panties and they're comfortable. And I just feel so happy every time I remember that I have these because they've just revolutionized my period, and I will never, ever again go back to using traditional period products. Just, it won't happen. These are incredible. Okay, next are these blankets. This is a Minky Couture blanket. Another brand that in probably a couple of years is gonna go viral because all the Utah moms are talking about them and recommending them and have codes for half off for them on their YouTube channels and on Instagram. These are the softest blankets I've ever owned in my entire life. Now, here's the caveat. They're incredibly expensive. They're like ridiculously expensive. I don't think you can buy a Minky for under $100, and that's like the smallest size possible. This is the second to smallest size. I have one, Eric has one, and the dogs have one. I know, my dogs are so spoiled. And these are perfect for lounging around on the couch. I have the biggest size you can get of Minkies on our bed. It fits about half of the entire king size bed, which is perfect because it's just kind of like a cozy on the bed kind of blanket and a toss over the corner of the bed when you make it. These blankets are so incredibly soft, so lush, so luxe. It's called Minky Couture because they freaking feel like couture blankets. They are just so luxurious, so soft. I will never use another blanket besides these. Like I said, they're extremely expensive. I think the one on my bed retails for like $320, which is absolutely outrageous. But the caveat to that is they always have sales, like always. Even just on their website without some sort of influencer code, you can typically run into a pretty good sale all the time. Now, influencers that I follow have 50% off codes. So I would just do a quick Google search of Minky influencer coupon codes and you'll probably find some. I buy mine 50% off because I find a 50% off code from an influencer that I follow, and then when they promote it, I just buy a Minky right then and there because I love them so stinking much. You can never have too many, and 50% off is a really great deal. So I think the one on our bed that's huge and giant and the biggest size you can get, I think I paid about $160 for it. So still very expensive for a blanket, but worth it if you like to be comfy. Okay, and my last product is another, this is my probably top 3 product. This is my Dagny Dover. This is actually a diaper tote bag. I don't obviously use it as a diaper bag. I just use it as a tote, but I love this brand so much. My friend Allie introduced me to this brand, actually, shout out to Allie. And I have a lot of their travel stuff. I have a weekender bag. I have a little crossbody bag. I have a makeup bag. But this I bought this year specifically, again, for White Christmas because I needed a bag to keep my script and all my dance shoes, my water bottle, all that kind of stuff in to throw all together and go to the theater. So this one, oh my gosh. It's made of like, is this called neoprene? I think it's called neoprene. And it's coming across more brown in the camera, but it's actually like a dusty mauvey rose pink purpley kind of color. And I love it. It's got just the perfect amount of structure. It's got so many incredible pockets, and it's even got a cup holder in there on the inside. It's got so many like side back compartments. It's the perfect travel bag. I throw up my camera, my computers, my chargers, everything in here that I need as my like carry-on item when I travel. And it's perfect for just toting around whatever you need to tote around. This would be a really great work bag if you go back and forth to work. And because the fabric is the way that it is, it's super sturdy. It doesn't really stain. Liquid just kind of rolls off of it. You can clean it really, really easy with just like a Clorox wipe. I love this brand. And this is my very favorite item that I've gotten in their stuff so far. Can't recommend this brand highly enough, and specifically this tote bag has just brought me a lot of joy and a lot of use this year. Okay, that's it. Those are my best products of 2022, the best products of the year. Hope you guys got some inspiration and some fun things that you wanna maybe check out. Let me know down in the comments what your most used products are, because you know, I'm a shopping girly. I am always looking to buy something. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to help us toward our goal to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!